Hey guys, welcome back. It's Paula with Paula's Imperfect Plans. Today I am here closing out our paycheck budget from our July 12th paycheck as we approach the next paycheck. So let's jump in here and see how we did. I'm gonna do it this way. So income for this was, my income was $1333.96, so a penny more than I anticipated. My husband's was $1508.92. He got a raise, and so the raise was on part of that check, not the entire thing though. My mileage was $596.25, and then we had some others. So I had some cash roundups, which were $3.41. I had $182.44 and not 46 that came in from our gas sinking fund. And then I had two other categories, so I'm going to add them together on here. One was my mom paid some labor, a check for some labor that my husband, for him installing something at her house that she purchased. So that plus the two completed savings challenges that I put in of $342 leaves my other category here at $891.72. So if we add up all of those categories, and I have that on my spreadsheet, so that's $4,516.70 of inflow income, money coming into the budget during this pay period. So then if we come down here to our fixed expenses, we are looking at our donation was $80. It's an $80 donation each month that I make to an organization. $280.91 was our REC bill, which is our electric bill. We did put $325 away for car insurance. Life insurance was $131. We have XM radio in one vehicle, which is $648. $40 for my kids' health insurance, $25, setting aside half of the internet cost for the month, $0 for school lunch, $748 for Amazon Prime, $1283 for both Kindle Unlimited and Netflix, $529 for the HP Instant Ink subscription. My half of the garbage bill that we share with my mom is $51. It is having a company come and empty the dumpster that we use each week. And the daycare cost out of this check was $480. So that leaves our total fixed expenses at $1457.82, exactly as budgeted. Okay, so if we take that and we subtract it from the $4516.70 that we started out with, that's a difference of $3,058.88 that we have left as we go down into our variable expenses. So looking at our variable expenses, we have, all right, I did to have $280 in the grocery category. $100 went towards eating out, $0 for beauty, $60 for drinks, $70 for allowance. As I'm only putting my husband's allowance in allowance, $0 for car washes. I just rolled it over from the previous paycheck and used that one since I didn't use it last time. Oh, the actual gas bill that we had was $379.28. Not sure how that happens. Not sure. I thought it was all figured out, but it's a whole thing. The gas barrel sits at my mom's house, and so we just have never done anything about moving it, so the bill comes to her, but they're very clearly noted which tank is which, and so I usually just write the check to the gas company for the amount of our fill and put it in her envelope for when she pays for her LP and her vehicle gas, all on that same bill. And there was a credit somewhere, even though I know that I paid out everything that we owned on our end. I'm not sure why there's still a credit, but that was the bill this month, so I just covered it. We'll evaluate going forward. $0 for those things. I rolled those over from the previous paycheck as well. So our variable expenses were $889.28. So if I subtract that from what we had left, that leaves us with $2,169.60 left to budget. All right, now coming up to our sinking funds. So we definitely have some. All right, we did put $25 away into the Christmas sinking fund. We didn't do anything for LP. I'm sitting pretty well there right now. We did do $5 into the travel, the 100 envelope challenge, $20 in towards kids. We did nothing toward vehicle gas, $25 towards vehicle repairs. So in our 52-week challenge, I do $53 per pay period into the online sinking fund. I also, though, had I had finished a challenge specifically designated for my emergency fund, a savings challenge. So that $53 plus $278.69. That's not right. Hang on a second. Maybe it wasn't from the completed challenge. Maybe it was just from the extra money from the labor for my mom. I paid. Anyway, so we ended up putting in $331.69. And that was to get the emergency fund to $2,000. So that's why it is a random number. In medical, since we've been paying stuff out of pocket or daycare out of pocket, that's something that has gotten cut. And in tattoos, I put in $212. Summer daycare got $0. Cash envelopes. Cash envelopes got $251. Right, so for our sinking funds, $869.69. And if I subtract that from the $2,169.60 that we had left going into sinking funds, we are now left with $1,299.91 to budget. So now we're going to come down to miscellaneous because we have some miscellaneous expenses. So I had originally planned here to do, that was some fees for passports. My husband, I got my passport renewed, and he did an initial passport application. The fees on that did end up being $315, just as I had planned. And then, so I had one random thing of budgeting supplies. That order was $18.08, so that's falling under my miscellaneous here this time. And then I also, there is a pro basketball team that I enjoy, pro NBA, or an NBA team that I enjoy watching, that they're coming to a town sort of close to us, so we had family in town that weekend that could watch, or that week, that could watch my kids. So I paid for 2 tickets for my husband and I to go to that game, and 1 night in a hotel close to there. So those are expenses for that game. 2 tickets and 1 night in a hotel is $472.74. And so I just put that under miscellaneous, obviously, for this. So $315, $18.08, and $472.75. Whoops, it's 0.01 because I did that wrong. Okay, so that was $805.82. That is total there in that. Did I miss some expenses? Okay, so so one of the challenges that I put in here, it was actually expenses for my kids. It was $300 from the challenge, and then I split it. So I put $100 in each kid's savings account. So this, I need to add $300 to that, which actually makes it $1,105.82, and then I need to subtract that from the $1,299.91, which brings me down here to our extra debt, which we put a payment of so we have $194.09 left. We put $192.39 as an extra debt payment on our HELOC debt. And then what we have here is $1.70 that stayed in our buffer. So $1.70 plus $192.39 leaves us with $194.09, which is the same as what we brought down into this category. So that does work, gives us our zero-based budget, and allows us to close this out fairly smoothly here. So that is what I have for this video. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you all for being here, and until next time, bye.